What's going on, people? It's your boy Clive Belvin. Welcome to the weigh-in. Boys, introduce yourself.
Steve in the house.
Ray is finally back in the building.
Welcome back.
I will. Got the full squad today, boys.
Full squad, yep.
So we're going to be talking about Amir Khan as he beat Samuel Vargas last night, Shawn Porter, Gennady Garcia, and we're going to touch upon Golovkin, Canelo. So Steve, let's start with yourself. Amir Khan, talk to me.
He has reverted back to old ways. Okay, he looks like when he was initially trained by Oliver Harrison back in.
That's a
we're going back. We're going old school. Okay, it's not like Freddie Roach. It's
taking off the Olympics.
Yeah, this is old school. It was old school, vintage Amir Khan. Very fun to watch. But he is going to get himself knocked out if he doesn't change the way he's fighting right now.
Yeah, surely after watching that, I thought, you know what? If he was to fight Kell Brook, for me, Kell Brook.
We've got to be honest. He was all about aggression last night. He was attacking too much, and then some of the shots that he was throwing were just too weird. So there was one point when he threw 3 left hooks in a row, and then a right hand after it, which is just, why are you doing that? It's unorthodox. He's throwing lead right hands to the body, lead left hands to the body. These are mistakes which, when you've got Amir Khan's vulnerabilities, the obvious ones, okay, you cannot make mistakes like that because you know it will be tragic.
Edge of your seat stuff, mate.
It's fun to watch, though. I cannot lie. It is fun to watch. So I'm looking forward to it. But I don't want to see him fight, bro. Like that film of Amir Khan getting knocked spark out, like head on the canvas.
Yeah, it's quite.
White to his eyes. And I've seen the trilogy now. I don't know.
Oh, mate.
You know, so
I don't. At this point, I honestly don't think they'll make the Brook fight. I think they're gonna keep him away from Brook because they know at this point that that chin is. This was meant to be a tune-up fight. Let's be honest. This was meant to be a tune-up fight, meant to make him look good, and he got dropped. And I'm not trying to be funny. Any next opponent that's credible is like rubbing their hands now because they're thinking,
loving it.
He's on the plate.
Yeah.
At this point in Amir Khan's career, I don't know who he's got around him to protect him. So his promoter doesn't like him. His promoter's Brooks boy. Yeah. His trainer he's only been with him, 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's there that's been there from day one to go, no, we're not taking that fight from here. We want this, blah, blah, blah. These people are going to talk you into it because there's big money in the Brook fight. The trainer's going to go, well, I get 10% of that. That's my holiday fund. Let's get that Brook fund.
Has Virgil still got health complications?
I googled that the other day. There's not much on there about it, but I think he's obviously still laid up. There's no word on it, but But yeah, so there's no one there to look after Amir Khan. There's just money people. You know, Eddie Hearn is Brooks' boy and doesn't really care anyway. The trainer, he manages himself, I think. You know, where are these people to put the arm around him and go, no, we're going to swerve that ass whooping and go somewhere else. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, what do you think, mate?
I don't know if his heart's still in it anymore. Like, it didn't look. I don't know. Has he put it all into training camp? Is he still really want it? Like the performance last night. You think a few years back he would have absolutely destroyed.
What do you think he's cashing out then?
Yeah. That's why there's a lot of rumours that he's just back for a quick paycheck, and that could be true, unfortunately. But I don't know if he'll be able to get a good paycheck on the performance last night.
He's been fighting for 13 years. Like, surely his legacy.
People forget. Remember how badly it was vouching for that Mayweather fight? I think that's when, for me, that showed he wanted to retire after that. As in, he kept on chasing that fight. He kept on trying to goad Mayweather, and then he just
cash out.
When he took that Canelo fight, I was like,
that was a money. That
was a bank job, the most brutal bank job.
Kell Brook done the same thing against Golovkin, didn't he?
Yeah,
he moved up for that money fight. Just went in there. He got his eye socket ruptured, and the other guy got knocked spark out. But they both got paid. So.
The difference is though, at least Kell Brook held up a good fight. Don't get me wrong, the strength and size of Golovkin came through. Yeah. But at least with Brook, it was just like he put up a good fight.
Khan was doing alright against Canelo.
Was he doing alright, or was Canelo?
I think Canelo was letting him. Because Canelo was like at his like side of him, he thinking, "Have I just killed this guy?" When he
there was and also it would look terrible if Canelo just got in there and just like wrote that chin off. Like,
if he'd done that in the first 10 seconds, we'd have been like, you guys tricked us, man.
You say that it's a cash out, but how much can you put down to what was the game plan like? What was the strategy like? Like what do you think, Will? Like in terms of he was very aggressive. Okay, he wasn't the front foot. The combinations were very weird. That all came from Joe Goosen. What's going on
definitely
there?
he's reverted back to that really aggressive style. I much preferred him under Virgil Hunter, boxing and moving nicely, in and out, circling the ring, good lateral movement, that kind of thing. That's how I think Amir Khan should box, really. But when he just stood right in front of an opponent trying to smash him up, I don't think that's Amir Khan's strong point, and that's how he got knocked out against Garcia.
When he was trading, that was so uncomfortable to watch.
Why
go toe to toe? That's not your fault.
Do you think he's at the point now though? Where it's just like, I don't want to learn anything new. I am what I am.
He's 31 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
What can you learn?
I think.
But you learned it under Virgil Hunter. Just go.
Supposed to over a couple of years.
But go back to that. Just go and like you know, it's not. It wasn't rocket science what he was doing with you. It was just just don't get yourself knocked out. Just think about it. Like, do you know what I mean?
You've got to be a lot fitter and sharper though to be able to circle the ring, get in
it's
and
a
out
harder
with blistering fast speed.
It's a harder game plan. Yeah, it's a harder game plan.
It's a lot easier to just bang it out with him.
Yeah.
I mean,
so what? It's his first time doing about 10, 12 rounds in 3 years.
And you could tell he was
slowing down.
He was covered in ring rust. He didn't do the rounds very well. And where does that leave him? Like, are you keen to watch a Brook fight now? I
thought it was a good performance, but obviously going to compare it to the elite, your Spencers, your Furmans.
Nah.
What I'm saying is, obviously he's not up there, but people want to watch that fight, thinking how would he do against? Because he wants a world title, 147.
It's not.
And after watching that,
it's not.
Mate,
there's no easy titles in that 147.
Because if that's a tune-up fight and he's on the way back and he's going to have a few more tune-up fights, then you could make an argument for that. If that's just a step along the way, fair enough. But if that's like the step up now to start looking at world-class opponents, then no chance.
Yeah. Eddie Hearn's trying to force the issue, and he's saying like Brook next or like get the fuck out of this sort of thing. And it's like
out there, isn't it?
Yeah, he's trying trying to force that, and like if he goes into that Brook fight next, maybe Brook not being able to make 147 very well might be saving grace. But
what belt is Brook after at the moment? Is it IBF?
So Brook's not after anything, to be honest.
I thought he was on the path as becoming number one contender.
I thought he was doing 154. I thought he was doing 154 now. That's what I thought he was doing.
He's all like that. But listen,
he just wants that legacy fight with Khan.
All power to, and I think that they can still salvage it. Yeah. And the only reason people will still buy it for the novelty of it.
Don't get me wrong.
Even though it's years down the line, they're still gonna say, do you know what? Just for we just always wanted to see this. So I don't care if one of them is potentially over the hill.
Yeah.
I still want to see this fight. So then that's working in Khan's favour. But if he has too many fights like that, you can't have another tune-up fight. And then, because the next tune-up fight might be dangerous and he might just get dropped.
Keep getting beaten up.
You can't keep on getting... You
can't just get crumbs all over the canvas.
It's just like... Because Pacquiao just barely avoided that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, that Pacquiao fight, I don't think that's there no more. Or
I think that Pacquiao fight's still there.
Or he might look at that. Pacquiao might look at that now and be like, do you know what? I can still have him. Despite his decline, he can still look at that and be like, I can still have him. But at this point,
catch him.
Well, the way they both fought in their last fights, Pacquiao sort of, he slowed down a lot and he's just put on a lot of bulk and focused on power. Yeah, so his idea now is just seek and destroy. Yeah. And Khan now just going back to his aggressive ways. It's a fantastic fight. It's a really, really good fight. But like you say, Pacquiao's got 12 rounds to catch Amir Khan. Yeah. Once. Do you know what I mean?
But look at Samuel Vargas, right? What his knockout rate, what was it, 50% or something?
Against who?
But against who?
Exactly.
He's only a journeyman.
What I'm trying to say is, like, Pacquiao just takes that one punch, really.
This is it. When you're getting put down and rocked and hurt, and there was times when Amir Khan looked scared and looked a bit like, I can't get my shots off here without getting caught. I better be a bit more sort of, I'm going to have to think about this now. When you're doing that against someone like Samuel Vargas, you've got no place. You've got no place in the upper echelon.
And even in the past, was it Julio Diaz, Chris Algieri?
Oh yeah, Julio Diaz. I remember that fight.
Yeah. It's nuts.
But Julio Diaz was a fight that he took though a lot coming back though from the Garcia knockout, wasn't it? So that was like his second. He fought Molina first. It was just a real tune-up, pushover. But then he slightly stepped up against Diaz, and that's why he went down a couple of times in that fight. But he was still with Virgil Hunter. He started with Virgil Hunter there, and they were sort of working things out.
You can see the things were still coming. It was caught between two styles there. Like Hunter was trying to get him to.
But then after that, he produced some of his best performances against Devin Alexander and against Collazo.
If he can get back to that form of the Collazo form, the Devin Alexander form,
he's razor sharp.
I honestly think Virgil was one of the few people that can get that out of him.
Yeah.
And with Virgil out of the picture, I just think he's just at the point where the trainer's just there to hold mitts for him. And that's no disrespect to his trainer.
Yeah,
I
I
honestly
agree.
just think he's at that point where it's just like, I am who I am. I'm just going to go there, all guns are blazing.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, entertainment-wise, it's not the
Oh,
worst
it's brilliant.
No, it's
Entertainment-wise.
But on his part,
Yeah.
it's just like, well, if you want the big money fights, you have to
But
make...
it's entertaining at that level. You know, like I said before, it stopped being entertaining watching Amir Khan get sparked out like a while ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he gets in there with the top boys, it won't be entertaining. It'll be a 2-round fight of Amir Khan getting getting
Oh, no, that would be pretty ugly, to be honest.
getting
wouldn't it?
separated, from his senses.
It was like when Enzo Macronelli used to box. Everyone loved him, but he used to get knocked out all the bloody time.
You know,
And you're
yeah,
thinking,
he-
God, not again, Enzo.
And like his attitude as well. Like he clearly didn't look good last night, and he came out of the ring and he said, he shamelessly just went Pacquiao and then Brook, and it's like he didn't say, all right, not the best performance, but we're going to work on some things. There was no process to it. It was just like, how can I extract this cash from this game and then get the fuck out of it? You know what I mean?
I think, but the funny thing is with the Pacquiao fight is, where will that be held? Because I don't know if, because Pacquiao likes fighting in Asia at this point. Pacquiao's like, I find either Asia or
Tax
yeah, exactly.
Tax havens, sort of.
tax
But
havens.
then-
You're on the Isle of Man, I think. Like, 3% tax.
But then at the same time, it's just like with the UK fan base with Khan.
I think it'll be over here. I
If
think
it-
Eddie
No,
Hearn will put it on.
I don't think Pacquiao, because I don't.
Old
Look,
Trafford.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Nah, he couldn't do Old Trafford.
I
Like,
think if he boxed here, I'd go to watch him.
There's a lot of fans who like they know that Pacquiao's on like they never got to
Yeah.
see Pacquiao. And
Yeah, yeah.
He is an icon, a legend.
But not
Yeah.
Old Trafford.
Filipino
though.
community.
No, they will.
It'll be
but-
big. It'll be big.
Yeah.
He can make,
Yeah.
I think Manchester Arena could be.
Yeah,
bigger than that.
I think Old
definitely.
Trafford.
I think a football
If they
stadium.
stack that card up,
I think
why
a
not?
football stadium. I think a football stadium.
Yeah, I think they could do a big one.
Khan's got a fan
What
base.
was
Well,
the-
no,
what
but
was-
with
what was
that
the,
match yesterday, with that, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
What was
If
the attendance
he
last
was
time?
supposed to go in there
11,000, I think.
because that was at Birmingham Arena.
Yeah.
He was supposed to go in there, smoke this guy, say with his chest, give me Pacquiao or Brook. You cannot go into that with like you've done all the rounds and you got dropped, and then you're like, yeah, I want Pacquiao. Brook is like, it's not believable.
That's what I'm saying to you. And,
Yeah.
and I don't think he believed it when he said it in the post. It didn't seem like he believed it. There was no enthusiasm behind
Like
that.
someone
call-out.
just gave him a
Yeah.
script into the ring. Read this.
Yeah, whatever.
Bring a bitch in.
But I do think that if they had Pacquiao in this country,
Yeah.
so many people would just turn out just because it's Pacquiao. You're never going to get to see him again in this
The
country.
legends.
You know, it's like when
Yeah.
Khan fought Barrera. It was
Yeah.
like you knew that was like that was a bit of the actual fight itself
Yeah.
wasn't the best, but to see Barrera like live in the flesh.
Yeah.
He's a legend, you know what I mean? And that's why people would go to that
Yeah,
fight.
I went to that fight to watch Barrera.
Yeah.
I didn't go to watch Barrera.
Well,
I remember the great fights that Barrera was in years ago, and I went to see Barrera.
Yeah.
When's the next time you're going to see a
that's
Mexican
true.
legend like that?
Yeah,
in,
that's exactly it. When these legends come over next time, it's going to be like an evening with Barrera.
which is not quite the same. No.
But I think at this point, then they need to make that fight next because
Yeah.
it seems that Khan can't even afford to take another tune-up fight because that was way too dangerous than it
Brandon
needed
Rios?
to be.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! Don't
that'd
even
be a
get me.
fight.
Imagine the fight. That'd be unbelievable.
That's absolute rock'em sock'em.
They,
No,
they were
mate.
mentioning him versus Eggington. If Eggington
Yeah.
won last night, he was
I think
supposed to get
so.
Rios. But
Yeah.
Listen, Khan, just hurry up, get this Pacquiao fight by any means necessary, and then leave the game. And I hope you've got your money intact, and I hope you've got all. Because for me, at this point, taking the Brook fight is just a pick 'em round for me.
Yeah,
Pick the
I
round that
think
Brook's
so.
gonna
Yeah,
drop it.
I know. I'll put my
It's so
money on it.
brutal.
Yeah.
Pick the round that Brook's gonna
Sad.
You
drop
can
it.
literally see it as well. You can see the shot that's going to do it. You can see Amir Khan
Yeah.
on the canvas.
Chocolate brownies,
It-
chocolate
it-
brownies.
No, because you know,
Chocolate
it reminds
digest.
me of like not to divert too much from boxing. You remember like Liverpool last season when it's like Liverpool can be up by 5 goals and you're still like, do you know what?
Yeah, you got Lovren.
They can still lose this. That's how Khan is sometimes.
Amir
isn't
Khan,
it?
Amir Khan, Lovren is Amir Khan's chin. Is
It's a shame because he's got all the tools. But
it? He's got every
But he needs to fight
athleticism,
smart
speed,
as
good
well.
power.
He needs
got
to fight smart. Yeah, he's not fighting smart at the moment.
And
He's having a punch up.
I think that makes sense. I think he can't be
Yeah.
bothered to learn new skills. Like you said, it's a hard way to fighting smart.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to be switched on. I think he's just like,
And you've got to do the work on the road and
I'll
the gym. And
I'll
all
get
that.
relatively fit and see how I do.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. This
That's
one
what it
is-
looked like. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
That's what it seemed like.
Like it's a tune-up fight. I don't need to. 'Cause I remember Oscar De La Hoya used to talk about that back in the day. Remember he lost. No, well he won some very close contested fights where they need to be contested, and then once he retired, De La Hoya was just like, listen, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
This was a tune-up fight.
I was coked off my
I
nut.
was, it's true. It was just like, this was a tune-up fight. I was supposed to go in there and then drop him, and then it's just like De La Hoya wouldn't drop them, and he had some infamous split decisions, and then it's just like, it's because you're De La Hoya that you won that. The same way yesterday, people felt like it's because that you're Amir Khan that you won that.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Khan dominated. Yeah, I think I had him winning.
Oh yeah,
Some of the scorecards, come on.
But the round. I think the scorecards they're probably okay, but it's just that all the rounds were quite like
they
were just like they were good competitive rounds. So the scorecards looked weird at the end because every round was quite competitive, and if you gave every one to Amir Khan, you could get those scorecards.
I thought Vargas done a fantastic
which
job.
is fair enough. Yeah, he came like, especially after what was it?
He broke his nose. He just kept coming forward.
The first and second round as well. He's put over.
Yeah,
and he hung in there and stuck with it. So
he was up for it, wasn't he? He was up for it.
Well, Eddie Hearn's saying he's going to get him back over to fight someone else.
So we like another Carson Jones then,
Yeah, he's gonna
Carson Jones contracts.
Yeah.
Well, he probably comes over for half nothing as well.
Free holiday to London.
Yeah, free holiday to London. Yeah.
Get a tour of the Tower of London. Don't you worry about it.
So the other fight that took place last night, Shawn Porter against Danny Garcia. So didn't see that one coming.
Garcia got robbed.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. I was shocked. I thought it was a case of
taking nothing away from Porter. Porter's a brilliant fighter.
Two elite. This is what we're talking about. Like, Amir Khan. I wouldn't even put Amir Khan in the crowd for that.
No.
There's levels. So that really was like the pinnacle of the welterweight division, and the welterweight division is probably the strongest in boxing right now. So you're talking top level stuff. Both guys can come again. The scores were 115, 113. Saying that though, I thought Danny Garcia threw that fight away. I thought that it was his to win, and all he had to do was, just fight his fight.
Yeah.
First part of that fight, the first 6 rounds, his timing was off. He just couldn't get going. A lot of that was down to Porter fighting a very intelligent fight, a very frustrating fight, stay on the outside circling and being kind of ugly and
made
whatever
it a dogfight. Yeah,
made it a dogfight. And Garcia started to find his rhythm and his timing afterwards. However, I feel like Danny Garcia could have done more. I think he underperformed, Porter overperformed, and it was just Porter's perfect night to win that fight. Yeah. And Danny Garcia had more outs to win, and he threw it away.
Because had Khan been convincing, Danny Garcia walked away with a victory, would you been open to watching that rematch?
Oh well, I've been campaigning for that rematch since it happened. But now, under Virgil Hunter, I think Amir Khan could have given a better account of himself in the Danny Garcia fight, and I think he could have found a way to get that W, but now I don't think so.
Danny Garcia recently fought that Vargas, didn't he? He beat him up and done him in 8 rounds, easy.
Well, Vargas, he fought Spence before as well, I believe.
I think that was on 1 day's notice, and he got stopped in 2 rounds, so you can't really look into it.
Fair enough, innit?
You can't look too much. But I think the Garcia fight was a slightly more competitive fight, and Danny Garcia dealt with him in 8 or 9 rounds. So that's what you're talking about with Amir Khan. But actually, a really good fight. I think people are underselling it. I watched it this morning again. It was really competitive, and towards the end, the championship rounds of that fight, they were really. Danny Garcia found his form, and Porter sort of was having to work that out. I thought it was a really fun fight to watch.
So it's going to be Porter against Spence next year, I believe.
Is that the fight they're making?
Well, apparently so. Yeah. Well, we had Spence coming to the ring. Same way Porter approached Danny Garcia.
The most respectful call out I've ever seen. And I'm just like, come on, man, you lot need to bring some hype to it. I'm not saying be disrespectful to start mentioning each other's mothers or anything.
That sounds like you, Ray. No,
but you know me, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not big on the trash talking, but at the same time, I need you to say with your chest, like, yo, I'm the best and I want that belt. Do you get what I'm saying? At least come with that, with a competitive edge. All this, it'll be very nice to face you for your belt. I want to hear that you're the best. I want you to say, listen, I'm collective of belts right now. I want you to be Thanos in this.
Sort of like Glee Club competition, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to going against you, man.
No, it's just like
them two have done a lot of interviews together where they're like really buddied up. They've got their arms around each other, having a chit chat. I
don't even mind that because Wilder and Fury have done the same. But at the same time, it's like when it came down to it, Fury let Wilder know, and vice versa. Yeah. When it comes down to it, we're gonna get it on.
I get what you mean.
I get what you mean.
What's Spence been doing these days? I haven't
Listen, this is why the UK fighters on your damn US shows, because you lot ain't got no gusto.
Yeah,
that is why UK fighters are bloody.
Furman's injury related, right?
Yeah, Furman's out of injury, and like I think he's the number one in the division.
You think Furman?
Yeah,
I think Furman. Yeah.
Furman's just on form. Maybe not like who I think would win that fight is a different story, but on form and who they've both beaten, you got to say. So Spencer's beaten Kell Brook, elite level fighter. Yeah. Furman has beat Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter, 2 elite level fighters.
The irony is that Kell Brook's also beaten Porter as well, though.
Yeah.
So, but
gonna play that game, huh?
no, it's not that. But it's like a very good Russian roulette. Like it shows the depth of talent.
See, where's
like,
Khan come into that? Where's Khan come into that?
Khan is not involved. All respect due. He
had
his
he
time.
He can hold someone's water bottle, I think.
Listen, I'll give respect to Khan.
Just anyone.
Khan done what he done in his day, but at this point, it's just like let the young bulls face the young bulls, and Khan is like, get your big money fights, and please, like, I hope you stack up and then just leave the sport alone, because at this point,
I agree. I think that Khan's in that kind of exhibition fight area.
Yeah.
Like, go fight Broner, go fight Pacquiao. Have those exhibition matches that aren't the elite level, but they're big names.
Like,
and
you got big enough,
and they're still fun fights to watch.
Yeah.
And let those real elite level championship guys go and do their thing, because like they're killers. And
Porter will be so aggressive.
And I don't think people will appreciate this era for the welterweight division until it's done. This is one of the best eras for any division that I've ever seen. They're all elite level, they're all top guys, all young, all about the same age, and they're all fighting each other right now.
Yeah.
You know, last night, we've been watching boxing for years. When did you get, like, we've had a run of Furman Porter, Furman Garcia, Garcia Porter. When have you seen this before? And they're all just throwing down good fights. Like, it's unreal.
147 is a division to beat.
Yeah, it isn't it? If you're a good fighter, get in there.
Division to watch.
Imagine if you're like a welterweight, it's like, alright, I'm just, I'm quite a good welterweight. In any other era, I would have won a world title. Look around,
but not in this one.
You
no.
fuck. You ruined my life.
Oh man.
Alright, lads, on to next week. It's the big one. Canelo Golovkin. Who do you reckon is going to take it?
Unreal fight. Like, again, a fight that just transcends the sport. Do you know what I mean?
The meat scandal.
Like you've got your Porter Garcias, which are like the top fights. But then this fight is just
the
mind-bogglingly big. Like, mind-bogglingly good. You've got the storyline from Canelo failing the drugs tests. Like previously, how's he going to look?
That darn meat.
So, what do I think's going to happen? I've seen video footage of Canelo like training hitting pads. He looks very, very fast, but how are the drugs? You can't tell, because how are the drugs going to stack up against him? What kind of testing has he done? How much is he going to deplete? And even with those perceived advantages in the last fight, Golovkin still managed to grind him down to a draw.
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't. In many people's eyes, it was a Golovkin win.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I had Golovkin by 2 rounds.
And if you're talking about, that's Canelo's best day. Yeah, that's him on a really good day. Him on the Barocca, and then you've got Golovkin. And Golovkin's natural. If he even comes down a little bit, you've got a draw, which he clearly won. I don't see how you can say Canelo's going to win the fight.
Do you think age will play a factor?
This is it as well. How old is Golovkin now? He's 35, something like that.
Yeah.
Those guys. It's been however long. It's been a long time.
A year off. Yeah, it's coming up to a year. And then with Golovkin, obviously he had a one fight in May, but that was just
a pushover, wasn't it?
Yeah,
job.
It was just, I think he just wanted to keep busy, which is understandable. He put all that prep into the fight, so I think it was just like, listen, I need to fight because I'm not. He probably thinking I don't want to waste this camp that I've just done.
Yeah.
Give me someone.
Golovkin's been on the decline as well, like for a while. So he fought Danny Jacobs and he didn't look as good as he had been looking.
Yeah.
And then he fought Canelo and he sort of dipped another little bit, and it was still enough to do Canelo. And then, if he drops again. It's such an interesting fight, and Canelo's such a superstar.
Yeah.
He's got it all on his plate right now. The world's on his shoulder. Goldenberg going to go into administration if he loses.
All their money invested. It's either him or Spike O'Sullivan.
Yeah, literally.
He's fought an undercard, I believe.
they're probably setting up Canelo against Spike.
He's fighting Lemieux, isn't it? He's fighting
Yeah. He's in the undercard.
Oh, that's a good fight.
He's fighting Lemieux.
Really?
Lemieux against Spike O'Sullivan. I'm up for that.
That's a
Good
decent
trade fight. Obviously,
decent
we
fight.
never discuss it on here.
How did-
I'll watch it.
How do you think that Danny Jacob fits into all of this with Matchroom as well?
He's fighting for the world title.
Yeah.
the vacant against the Russian guy. I can't pronounce his
I
name.
can't pronounce his name.
But-
It's so funny. They had the same.
Yeah,
they
stop
had,
butchering
they had the same coach, innit?
Oh, that's right.
They had
Yeah,
the same coach in
They're
New
from the
York,
same
and the
gym.
coach had to choose. And he's like, "I choose Jacob."
Oh, man.
And bro,
How do you know? It was a coin toss.
literally came down to whose name could I pronounce. Sorry, brother.
What do you think that if Jacobs gets that title, that he's gonna face the winner of this?
Well, you got Billy
No, it
Joe
looks
as
like
well.
Billy Joe is going to be the. They're going to fight. That fight's just easier to make because of the networks and whatnot. They sort of can interact a lot more.
Billy Joe's got a tough one, Andrade. Boo.
Yeah, I think Billy Joe can do that, but it's a big
tough ask.
it's a big ask. But you want people like Billy Joe Saunders to keep world titles. He's hilarious. You know what I mean?
Do you think he's gonna be at the fight?
I think he's training for his own fight. And it's kind of like so.
Had it not been
it
for
depends
his
if-
upcoming fight, then I'm sure we'd
But one of them needs to be in attendance just to hype up the next.
I think Jacobs, isn't it? I think
Yeah,
Jacobs will
Jacobs.
definitely show up, won't he?
Imagine Video Saunders talking to Canelo, just like the lack of communication. There is so many filters to
Like
go through.
he's saying all these insults, and Canelo's just nodding his head like,
Yeah,
okay.
He did it once. He turned up to one of his press conferences against Amir Khan in London, didn't he?
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
He just turned up.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, "Oh, you're a shit ass mate." And Canelo was just looking at him like, "What the fuck is this guy? What the fuck is this guy talking about? Who is this guy?"
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's got the WBO title around his name.
Yeah,
Where'd you
yeah.
buy that from?
It's a very nice replica.
Yeah, it's a lovely replica.
Oh
Top
man.
work.
But I think GGG can pull this out, but he needs to be more efficient in this fight because, like we said, he's aging, he's slowing down. He can't just go out all guns blazing like he used to. So it might be a more patient Triple G this time. But last time, I think he picked his shots more. He's not... Whether he can steamroll Canelo, I think Canelo showed that he's got a very solid chin in that last fight because Triple G was landing some solid shots and Canelo ate them up.
That fight came down to like Canelo looked a lot sharper and a lot slicker, but Golovkin just has that will to win and just that want to win, which
He's like a high volume.
you could see that he was pushing. He was pushing through.
Relentless.
He was just like I'm tired and it's not going my way. And the guy's obviously a lot slicker than me right now.
Yeah.
But I'll just find the way. I'll just keep plowing forward. So let's do a quick prediction on
I'm going for, you know what, Canelo and points.
Canelo points. I think that's probably gonna be popular.
Let's not forget Golden Boy Promotions. Let's be smart about this, boys.
Let's be smart about this.
If there's a finish, it's Golovkin. If there's a points decision, Mr. Canelo himself.
I feel like you just sat on the fence there.
Wait.
Let's do that one again.
Let's not forget. I'm 100% with predictions.
Oh,
so
no,
far.
yeah, when you're on the fence, isn't it?
No, I wasn't on the fence. Belly, I called that. Second belly fight, I did actually say he's gonna finish him.
What episode was that? We used to you need to review the
You'd
fight.
have to go back. The second belly fight, I called that. I remember specifically saying that, and I obviously the listeners aren't privy to this. I sent a voice note. I sent a voice note in the group chat, and I said, "Did I not call this?"
subscribers.
I saw a psychic and
then
said a lot of Barnum statements that could be true. Yeah?
And then the other fight, I forgot what the other fight was, and I called that one as well.
Cool. I'll watch it over again, and you know what? If you're saying if what you're saying is true,
We'll cut.
I'll apologise.
But go back. So just say a name. So
I'm on the fence. I want to keep 100% record. I want to keep 100% record.
I think I'm going to go Canelo points, probably. Canelo points.
Steve.
I feel like I should say Golovkin now, just to rep him, but no, Canelo. I think we
cool.
got Canelo. Yeah.
So yeah, next week's the fun one. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Like, subscribe, all of that. Peace.
Peace.
Adios.